Who is the angel of the Lord? This mysterious figure appears in some of the most important moments in the Bible, speaking with God's authority and accepting worship. Could this angel be more than just a messenger? Let's uncover the truth behind this biblical mystery. In the Bible, angels play an important role as God's messengers and servants. They are spiritual beings created by God to carry out His commands and deliver His messages to humans. Throughout the Bible, angels appear at key moments to guide, protect, and sometimes warn people about events to come. Their main purpose is to serve God and assist in carrying out His plans. Ordinary angels are known for their obedience and humility. They follow God's will without question and never seek glory for themselves. A key characteristic of angels is that they do not have divine status. They are not to be worshipped, and they often remind people of this when they appear. For example, in Revelation 22:9, an angel tells John not to worship him, but to worship God alone. A special figure in the Bible is the angel of the Lord. This being is different from ordinary angels. In several instances, the angel of the Lord speaks as if he is God himself, and he sometimes accepts worship, which regular angels never do. Some Bible scholars believe that the angel of the Lord could be a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ because he carries the authority of God. This figure is seen in passages like Genesis 22, where the angel of the Lord speaks to Abraham. Overall, angels serve as God's helpers and messengers, and while most of them act as humble servants, the angel of the Lord stands out with unique characteristics, suggesting a closer connection to God's divine nature. The angel of the Lord appears in key moments throughout the Bible, bringing important messages and divine promises. One of his earliest appearances is to Hagar in the wilderness. Hagar, who had run away from her mistress Sarai, meets the angel of the Lord. He comforts her and tells her to return, promising that her descendants will be too numerous to count. The angel speaks with authority, offering Hagar hope in her difficult situation. Another significant encounter happens with Abraham on Mount Moriah. Abraham is about to sacrifice his son Isaac as God commanded. The angel of the Lord suddenly calls out and stops him. Speaking as God, the angel says, "I know that you fear God," showing divine authority. A ram is then provided for Abraham to offer as a substitute sacrifice. The angel also appears to Moses at the burning bush. When Moses sees the bush burning but not consumed, the angel speaks, saying, "I am the God of your father." This moment reveals the angel's unique connection to God, as he speaks with God's authority, telling Moses he is chosen to deliver the Israelites. In Judges 6, the angel of the Lord meets Gideon. At first, Gideon doesn't realize who he is, but after witnessing miracles, Gideon recognizes the angel as divine. The angel assures Gideon of victory, again speaking directly as God. Throughout these moments, the angel of the Lord consistently speaks in the first person, showing his unique role and authority as God's direct representative. The angel of the Lord stands out from ordinary angels in a unique way. He accepts worship. This is something no other angel in the Bible ever does. Regular angels always refuse worship, reminding people that only God deserves it. However, the angel of the Lord never rejects such reverence, suggesting that he has divine authority. Theologians often see this as a sign that the angel of the Lord is not just a messenger, but a direct extension of God's presence. In many cases, he speaks as God, using I instead of he when delivering messages. This is more than just delivering words on God's behalf. It shows that the angel may be acting as God himself in these moments. We see this especially in encounters with people like Joshua and Balaam. In Joshua 5, the angel appears as the commander of the Lord's army before the Battle of Jericho. Joshua falls to the ground in worship, and unlike with other angels, the angel of the Lord does not stop him. Similarly, in Numbers 22, Balaam meets the angel of the Lord while on the road. Balaam bows down, and again there is no rebuke. These moments point to the idea that the angel of the Lord wields a special kind of authority, one that reflects God's own divine power. This mystery adds depth to his appearances in the Bible, making him a figure of awe and reverence. Many theologians believe that the angel of the Lord in the Old Testament could be a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ. This idea is rooted in the concept of a theophany, which refers to God temporarily appearing in a visible, physical form to interact with humans. Theophanies offer people a direct encounter with the divine, allowing them to see and hear God in a way that they normally couldn't. The angel of the Lord fits this description because he often speaks and acts as though he is God himself. Some scholars suggest that the angel of the Lord is not just any angel, but the pre-incarnate Christ. This theory proposes that before Jesus came to earth as a man, he appeared in these angelic forms to deliver important messages and perform key actions. Throughout the Old Testament, the angel of the Lord speaks with a unique authority, often using phrases like "I" instead of referring to God in the third person. This direct manner of speaking mirrors how Jesus communicates in the New Testament. In John 10:30, Jesus says, "I and the Father are one," clearly claiming unity with God. This similarity has led many to believe that the angel of the Lord is actually Christ appearing before his incarnation. There are also significant parallels between the angel of the Lord and Jesus' role as a mediator between God and humanity. The angel of the Lord appears in critical moments to guide, protect, and intervene on behalf of God's people, similar to how Jesus came to earth to reconcile humanity with God. Just as Jesus bridges the gap between humanity and God through his sacrifice, the angel of the Lord often acts as the one who brings God's message and presence to people directly. This idea of the angel of the Lord being the pre-incarnate Christ has captivated theologians for centuries, fueling deep discussions and debates within Christian scholarship. While some scholars embrace this theory, others approach it with caution, suggesting that the Bible leaves room for various interpretations. Regardless, this possibility adds an intriguing layer to the study of Scripture and the nature of Christ's role throughout the Bible. In the Bible, the angel of the Lord frequently appears in dramatic moments and then vanishes just as suddenly. This pattern of sudden appearances and disappearances adds to the mystery surrounding him. For instance, after guiding and comforting Hagar in the wilderness, the angel of the Lord disappears without a trace. Similarly, he vanishes after stopping Abraham from sacrificing Isaac, and again after his encounter with Gideon. Theological interpretations suggest that these disappearing acts highlight the angel's divine nature. Unlike ordinary beings, who come and go in a more natural way, the angel of the Lord appears only when needed and then vanishes when his task is complete. This suddenness can be seen as a reminder of God's mysterious and powerful presence, often revealing only as much of his divine truth as necessary at the time. Other biblical moments, such as when Jesus vanishes after speaking to the disciples on the road to Emmaus, show a similar pattern, where divine figures act mysteriously to both reveal and conceal aspects of God's nature and plans. In God's broader redemptive plan, the angel of the Lord plays a significant role. He appears at key moments to further God's covenant promises. For example, he protects Hagar and her child Ishmael, ensuring their survival and future. He stops Abraham from sacrificing Isaac, preserving the promised lineage through which the Messiah would come. Additionally, the angel guides Moses during the Exodus, a pivotal event in the salvation history of Israel. These appearances are not random. They align with God's plan of salvation for humanity. The angel's actions point toward God's covenant promises and his ultimate plan to redeem humanity. Many theologians believe that these moments foreshadow the coming of Jesus Christ, who fulfills God's plan of redemption through his life, death, and resurrection. Thus, the angel of the Lord's mysterious appearances and actions play a crucial role in advancing God's redemptive work throughout the Bible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed uncovering the mystery of the angel of the Lord, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more biblical insights.